Hey, tomorrow is supposed to be about love, eh? February 14th. Well, here's some messages of love, okay? I'm attempting to give you hope, but I gotta stay reality connected. So, for me, the hope is to acknowledge that we are, as a majority, we must do this in an existential crisis, and it's born of our lack of a variety of human thinking tools and a good balance of different types of intelligence. And of course, better definitions of sentience and sapience, so that we can actually talk about it in a way that will be on the same page and then work on things that I've described, such as life skills. For example, Saskatchewan New Start model for the majority of people, including those that work in education and healthcare and politics, etc. But also to develop an ecocentric worldview that it's not all about us on this planet. And uh, and if you're religious and you want to put that in focus, just imagine the best way to be evaluated by a wise God, if there is, a wise God, is for somebody to go to heaven is to act in an ecocentric way. That means selfless and biosphere first priority. And the other thing I want to say is that there are scenarios that I think could happen, where I would be involved in collaborations with certain, let's call it, entities, where progress can be possible in a way to, and you can't undo tipping points that have passed, but to a way to maybe create a foundation of something manifesting in the future that is different than the cycles of history that have been repeating. As much as I can give you hope, is I'm going to be turning 55 years old this year, and that these two scenarios I can imagine, and sometimes they can be linked or separate, is they're extremely unlikely, and they're more in the realm of not even fringe science, but science fiction at this point. But we have in the past thought things were science fiction, like walking on the moon. So, but the thing is if they happen, they would, would I still be around? Because to be honest with you, is if I'm not around, there's just one original Doctor of Humanix, okay? And I'm not mentoring or training a replacement. And the reason for that is, well, I'm not going to kidnap somebody to do it. It has to be somebody who would have noticed me and come forward and valued the intelligence that I was manifesting transparently. And again, I do believe that's what I'm doing. But if people notice this long after I'm gone, and there's no successor to me that I would have played a part in training, then that again, the hope is there. These are scenarios, but these are scenarios that are extremely unlikely based on measurable phenomena. And sometimes, if we go with the fact that, let's say, YouTube censors a lot of my videos in ways that really limits people seeing it, there's still ways I've worked to compensate for that, and those scenarios haven't manifested somebody for me to mentor or even to collaborate with either. So again, reality is measurable. Trying my best to offer you a message of love here, but the thing is it's the norm that wins.